What's up, landlords? I got another one. The squatters are back at it. This is recent. I saw a local news story and then also a national news story about this poor lady that's getting squatted when her mother passed away. It happened in Chicago, and it's just sad. And I was just figuring I would put this out here, see if there's any lessons we can learn from this and maybe spread the word, because, man, it's getting crazy. This is madness. We got to do something. These squatters should not have more rights than us as property owners. And it's only going to get worse from here. Look, let's check it out, guys. All right, here's the local news story. This is crazy.
A story you'll see only on 2. A squatter has taken over a home in the city's Chatham neighborhood, and now homeowners say he's trashed it. It is a lengthy and expensive process to kick him out. CBS 2's Charlie DeMar sat down with a woman who has been fighting since last year to reclaim what she says is hers.
My mother owned the property.
For more than 3 decades, this Chatham 2-flat is where Darthula Young's mother called home.
Let me just stop it there. I think a 2-flat is basically a duplex. So this lady's mother that passed away owned the duplex, and probably she lived in one side and maybe rented out the other side.
She died last year, and the property now belongs to Young and her siblings.
On September 23rd, I got a call from the neighbors to say there had been a shooting in the building. And when I went to the building and put my key in, it didn't work.
The locks had been changed. A bullet hole now marks the front glass window.
The person who had been shot in the apartment, this guy named Taquito Murray, came back from the hospital and informed us and the police that he now lived there, that he had rights. He was a professional squatter.
Young has...
Like, dude, this is crazy. Like, how do these squatters find out about these properties? Do they have like a secret network? Do they advertise this stuff? Because just thinking out loud, okay, a lady dies, the power's still on in there. Like, how does this guy know it's vacant and the lady's gone? And how does he have the audacity to go up in somebody's house with the belongings? The lady just passed away. Her stuff is still in there, and take over possession. Ugh, insane.
Called police, who told her to go through the courts. She hired an attorney and has been trying to eject Taquito Murray from her mother's home since September.
It's been a nightmare.
It's been a nightmare.
Taquito Murray has been arrested at least 6 times since 2017 for drug and weapons charges. We went looking for Taquito, and at first no one came to the door. But a few minutes later, a woman exited the house and approached our truck.
Was that Taquito?
He asked if this is Taquito.
It was Taquito on the phone, and he agreed to talk.
I'm in the process of finding somewhere to stay. I mean, you just can't move like that, That's all, man.
Do you know when you're going to get out?
Yeah, hopefully by the beginning of May or April, sometime in April. We've been looking.
Every time I've been there, he's told me that he's leaving in 2 weeks. He's leaving in 2 weeks. He just cannot find a place.
Evictions in Chicago, whether it's about squatters or anything else, are taking approximately 6 to 8 months.
Michael Zink, a landlord-tenant attorney not involved with this dispute, says squatter cases are on the rise, in part because people know they can live rent-free for months.
The problem that police have is when they show up to a scene like that, they don't know who's telling the truth.
Taquito says he legally rented the home from one of Young's siblings, but couldn't provide any documentation.
Any reason why she's saying that you're squatting?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you're trying to get us out of there faster.
So you acknowledge that it was her mom's building, that her mom owned it?
Yeah, yes, I guess I acknowledge that her mom and her siblings, that was their building.
Now, Darthula says she has been unable to sell the building because of the squatter situation. And since someone is technically living in the home, the city of Chicago has not shut off the water. There is currently a bill for over $1,300 in Darthula's name. She'll be back in court in a couple of weeks. Erica, this has just been one thing after another for this woman.
This is just incredible to hear how long this has taken, Charlie.
It's taken so long, and one of the things that has surprised Darthula the most is that this Taquito Murray guy, that he showed up for every court date that has gone on in this case.
All right. Thank you, Charlie.
Look at that. That's insane because the guy is truly a professional squatter and he knows the system. That's why he's showing up and maybe dragging this out further in the case it's not getting thrown out. Oh, man. What does this teach us? Do not let these properties be vacant. So no matter what we can do, if you're in an area where there's this issue going on, or maybe if you just want to be safe, I'm thinking it's a good idea to get a friend, a family member, somebody to stay in the house, and make sure you don't have somebody sneaking in and squatting in the place. Maybe you can, at the very least, like, maybe you go over there every single day to check on the property. I don't know. Anyways, let's watch the other national news story. We got this one.
During COVID, Democrats were throwing all sorts of crazy laws on the books. Remember, you had to mask up, get vaxxed, and if you were a landlord, you couldn't evict anybody. So people decided to stop paying rent. Just stay in their pad for free and have the landlord foot the bill. And when you stop kicking people out of their homes, you know what you get? You get squatters who take over your house without paying a dime. Now, apparently, these squatters have rights. Remember, squatters' rights? Maybe they have more rights than you. Hundreds of landlords across the country are stuck in legal battles to kick strangers out of the homes they rightfully own. Like in Chicago, where Darthula Young owns the property of her late mom. The home sat vacant while Darthula and her siblings figured out what to do with it. This is until last September, when Darthula received a call from a neighbor saying there was a shooting at the property. So she rushed over to the home to see what's up. But when she tried to enter the house, she found the locks were changed. Even worse, there was now a bullet hole in the window. That's when Darthula realized someone had moved in. The house was taken over by a man, Taquito Murray. Now, Taquito is a well-known criminal. He's been arrested at least 6 times for, I think, drugs and weapons charges. Now, he's letting Darthula's home go to hell with garbage piling up. Neighbors think he's slinging drugs out of it, too. What a great house guest, right? But while he's puts Darthula's family through hell, there's nothing they can do about it thanks to Chicago's stupid eviction laws. The legal process can take, you ready? 8 months for you to kick a squatter out. 8 months. And during the process, Taquito gets to kick back and live it up in your house while she pays the bills. Taquito even racked up a $1,300 water bill in the meantime. I mean, at least he's showering. Darthula Young is the owner of the property that the squatter now lives in. This is absolute insanity. 8 months, Darthula, 8 months. What are you going to do?
Well, the only option I have is going through the legal process. As you talked about squatters' rights, I've been doing my research.
No, the only option, crap. Squatters are, seems like from these videos I've been seeing, are taking over America. She does have some options. She could show up there and try to do cash for keys, or maybe just talk to this guy and see if he'll get out. But in her case, she's kind of older, and knowing that this guy is a violent criminal, well, I guess could be violent, gunshots, you know, that's nothing to play around with. It's not worth it. I don't think she has any options. So maybe in her case, she does have to go through the legal system, which unfortunately is in favor of this criminal.
And in the state of Illinois, all of the squatters, anything that has to do with a squatter comes under tenant's rights. And tenant's rights is very different from squatter's rights. So with a tenant, you have to go through the legal process. I've had to give them a 5-day notice. I've been in court 3 times. I've had to give unknown occupants as well a 5-day notice. And every time we go to court, it's continued. So I'm
this
scheduled
squatter,
to go to court on Monday.
All right, you keep us posted. This squatter is identifying as a tenant, and now he's stringing you along and tying you up in court. Are you thinking about maybe doing anything outside of the legal system? Because if this happened to me, I might take matters into my own hands.
Well, you know, everybody says that, but it's illegal, and I could be arrested. Evicting a tenant or a squatter is illegal in the state of Illinois, and they make it really clear that you can be arrested or you can face charges.
Okay, what if you lure him out of your property somehow. And then you get a few of your friends.
He never comes out.
He just orders everything delivery?
Yes, he never comes out of the property. I've been over there for hours and hours, had the police there. He won't come out. He has 2 pit bulls that are also living in the property.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, and there's more than just him. I'm not sure how many people are even on the property.
Yeah, it's probably a house party with pit bulls. That sounds like it's going to be a nice mess to clean up. Do you bang on the door and say, hey, Taquito, what the heck, man?
No, he'll come, he'll open the door, or he'll holler out the window. And
what does he say?
He told me he's a professional squatter and he knows his rights.
He confessed.
And he's not leaving.
Oh my God. Taquito, if you're watching, I hate you.
In front of the police.
And the police can't do anything about it?
No, they can't do anything about it. When I first went over there and you could see the window was broken, they broke in, they changed the locks. My mother's furniture and her personal belongings are still on the property. And when I talked to the police and Taquito came back from the hospital after getting shot, he said, first of all, he said, yeah, I got a lease. I'm paying rent. And I'm saying, who? And then he says, oh, I can't find it. But when I asked them to remove him for breaking and entering, he told us that he's a professional squatter and he knows his rights.
All right, Darthula,
he has rights.
We're going to talk off camera, and I have some creative ideas about how to deal with Taquito, okay? So wait for my call.
All right, that's it. All right, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. Give me some feedback. Let me know what else I can do. And if you want to, you can check me out online at foreverlandlord.com. See you later. Bye.